Okay guys, assuming my mic is actually on right now, if any of you are tuning back in from the last part of the video, I do apologize. I also apologize for the echo. I just want to make sure everything's working on my tablet. I'm honestly really not sure exactly what happened with the stream. It was perfectly fine while I was taking a break. I don't know if maybe I left Elgato on like be right back screen for too long and for some reason that caused it to glitch out, but I did happen to notice it fairly quickly, so didn't really miss much. I think I only probably made it a minute into the stage that you guys actually didn't get to see. Really weird though, definitely never had that issue before, especially because Elgato, when I brought up my preview window again, was literally sitting on a black screen, and that has never happened. Usually it like glitches and the whole screen tears across Elgato, but nothing this time. It just decided it was going to stop working apparently in the last, on the last try on doing a stream.
50.
I am definitely passing out as soon as I'm done with this stream. I am so exhausted. Thankfully, most of my actual setting changes did work for Elgato. We do have some background music. We can using live streams now. And I should probably just shut up so I can get through the stage in one piece.
Into 6 left. And 3 right long tightens. And 3 left long tightens.
I just cannot get over how good the turbo sounds out of the off of this Skoda. You can really hear it pulling up and the sound of the wastegate blow-up valve. You can also really hear the air injection system they use for rally anti-lag. Oh wow, that bogged out so hard there.
Over finish. 80 to stop.
But definitely done with a little more clutch kick coming up the hill there. By the way, if somebody could let me know in chat if the frame rate looks at least decent to you, because my tablet is very dated. It's actually an LG G-Tab 7, which if you guys know anything about those, pretty old at this point in time, so it gets a little stuttery sometimes, and it worries me whether it's actually my stream or if it's just my tablet itself having some weird issue. So if you'd let me know how the frame rate's doing, really appreciate it, guys. Also, give me an idea of how the overall audio balance is between game audio, my voice, and then background music. It's too much of a hassle to stop background music going in and out of stages, so I want to keep it kind of quiet enough where it's not trying to battle for the car's sound while we're in stages for you guys, because I can't hear the music at all in my headset. My headset's directly in the controller, so everything that Elgato is doing on my computer I really cannot hear. And once again, my tablet's getting fairly old. Wow, I ripped the entire front off of the car. But yeah, my tablet's getting kind of old, so audio quality's not the best, and it also has just really weird peaky issues, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly how loud.
6 right of a crest, very long tightens. Into 4 left of a crest.
I think we're down on power a little bit. I'm having a lot of issues bogging the car out in first and also in third gear in that one corner, which should not have really happened
80 over crest.
On the last stage.
6 left. 30. 6 left of a crest, very long tightens 4. Into 5 right. Into 5 left long, opens of a crest, 80.
That is a super easy corner to go flying off the edge on.
Into cut 4 right of a crest, 130
rocks.
Cut 4 right of a crest, 50. Crest into 3 left.
Too soon, almost turned way too early.
Into 4 right, opens of a crest, into 4 left tightens. Opens flat of a crest, 80. 5 left to keep right of a 30. 20 crest into 4 left, into 5 right of a crest, into 6 left,
come back.
middle of a jump 50.
Oh my god, I'm definitely going to have to watch
6
the replay
right,
on that. I
middle
was
of a
like
crest,
literally
double
completely
jump
sideways.
100. Don't cut 6 right, 60, 4 right, opens of a crest, into 5 left, opens of a crest, 60, crest into don't cut, 3 left, opens flat, middle of a crest, into 6 right, 50, 6 left, opens of a crest, into 5 right, slow, 80, 6 right of a crest, 60, turn unseen heavy left, opens uphill, 100, 6 left long.
Oh yeah, we're definitely down on power, so
extra long.
I'm surprised we're honestly not overheating and didn't do any damage to the radiator with how hard I smacked the front of this thing.
40. Keep left of a double crest, into 6 right of a crest, very long, tighten slow, 4, opens of a crest, into turn, unseen hairpin right. 60, 4 left, opens of a crest, tightens 2, tightens, 30, 5 left, long,
Oh, come on.
140,
I actually made it through like the difficult part of that corner too, no issue, and then messed up the exit.
50, 4 left, open 70, early 4 left, 100, 6 left of a crest, pass logs, 60, 5 right, opens.
Oh no. Controller decided to shut off on me and lost all sound there for a second. It'd be really awesome if I could just have my surround sound system on for live streaming videos and not have the like obnoxious echo through the entire thing. So I would not have to worry about that, or if Microsoft would just come out with some way of forcing the controller to stay on when you have a headset like that. I really feel like that should have been an option in the Xbox for quite some time on the controllers.
5 left of a crest, jump, slow 50, unseen, open hairpin right. 50, 5 left of a crest, 40, 5 left of a jump.
I don't know if that bank there saved me or almost ended me. It was kind of a little bit of both, I feel like.
Keep right of a crest, finish, and 4 left long, don't cut to stop.
Once you get this thing past like 3rd gear, it's just a missile. Especially with how I have the gearing set up right now and like how much grip we're getting out of the car. I really hope that this setup I got on this works just as well in other gravel stages or locations as it does here in Wales. It's just so grippy, but you can really get it to slide when you want it to and really place it where you want. I did not even see where we'd move to. Okay, we're actually making decent progress up the leaderboard now. Unfortunately, we're making all this time up in like the last half of the rally or the weekly challenge, so we're only going to be able to get so far up. That poor Skoda just looks so sad with like the entire front ripped completely off of the car. Honestly though, I kind of don't mind it just because it sounds so good with the hood off of it. I really feel like, especially considering we're in rally cars that are basically completely gutted out, I'm sure there's probably some like fire suppression or like fire matting down in the floorboards, especially near the firewall. But for the most part, there's no insulation in these cars whatsoever, so you should really be getting blasted by the engine and turbo sounds, which the engine sounds are really loud, but compared to when the hood's off, the turbo's actually pretty quiet.
2, 1, go. 50, 3 right of a crest long tightens, into 4 left, tightens turns.
This stage in the rain at night is going to be absolute torture, I feel like.
2 left of a crest tightens. Into 3 right of a crest, into 5 left.
Especially considering I'm missing half my life.
Into 3 left. And keep right of a bump, into 4 left long. Opens of a 60.
Wow, I could not get any damn traction there. That's
into
insane.
6 left of a crest, 2 right tightens stop cut. Into 3 left long. Into 4 right of a crest bump.
completely just ignore the don't cut on that.
Jump into 4
Usually
right.
if you're carrying a little more speed, you can
60.
kind of like cut the front tire over that gap.
5 left long, tightens 3. To keep right
Not to
of a
mention
jump
when it's a little
into
drier,
3
so you
left
can actually get
long,
enough traction
opens
to
of a
drag
crest,
the car across.
and keep right into 4 left of a crest. 30 over bumps, 4 left long, to keep right of a 30, 5 left, 5 right of a bumps, 5 left of a jump, 5 right long, opens of a crest, back camber,
Oh my god!
into 4 left.
Honestly,
of a
between the
crest,
setup and
50,
the new force feedback settings I just
3 left,
added here while I was taking a break,
into 6
this
right,
honestly feels pretty
6
close
left
to the
through
force
narrow
feedback
gate.
in WRCA, just with a little bit less dampening.
30, 4 left of a
Which
crest,
is honestly amazing.
into
I'm
4 right, tightens of a
a huge
crest,
fan of
gate.
WRCA's force feedback. I think it has a very realistic feel, especially for rally cars and the kind of terrain you're driving on. You also get a really nice like resistance through the wheel that really feels like you're connected through like power steering pump,
into 4 left,
applying the extra like physical force, plus the steering
into 6
linkage,
left,
steering shaft, tire rod ends and all that. Like you really just kind of feel like the give all those have to
into
the
4
wheel.
right, keep
Feels
in
like
the crest jump,
whether that's like the suspension physics at work or actually just part of what they modeled into the force feedback, it still feels really good. And it just makes you a lot more confident feeling in the
keep
car.
left of a 30, 4 right of a bump, into
Once again, I'm
slow, 4 left
disobeying
through
don't
box,
cut calls.
30, turn square left, 30, 4 right, opens of a crest long,
super
tightens
slippery out here in the
heavy
rain.
right.
Just kept sliding right through the corner. I wasn't even
Into
going
6
that
left
fast.
of a crest. Keep right of a 60, turn 3 left long, opens of a crest, back camber, 6 right of a crest and turn square right through gate. 60. Crest, into 5 right of a jump.
How about
Into 3
that?
left long,
Or that
tightens
slide
of
there
crest.
for the gate looks sick
Into
on the
5
replay.
right long, tightens. Into 5 left, and 2 right long, tightens. Into
I'm
4
really
left,
surprised
opens
the
of a
setup has
crest,
as much
50
grip as it
of a
does even in
crest,
the rain.
5
Like,
left,
this car was
60.
struggling so hard in this first like stage or two we had where it was wet. And now, unless I just like really am pushing the car into the corners too hard, or it's a really nasty off-camber corner, I'm having like no issue
Into
keeping
5
nice.
right of a crest,
I'm not a grip here in the wet.
80, 4 left,
Okay, now I need to shut up and actually speed up a little bit.
tightens of a crest,
I notice every time I
80,
start like really rambling on talking,
5 left, into 2 right long,
oh, a little bumper scrape. I end up slowing down and being more cautious because I don't really focus on the co-driver calls.
4 right, into 2 left long, tightens.
Come on! Oh my god! If it was not for this rain, I might have been able to actually grip up
Left
there
long,
to get through
tightens of a
that.
crest, into 2 right of a crest long, opens, into 4 right of a crest, into slow 3 left long, tightens, turns square left, unseen, uphill. Keep right of a 50, 5 right of a big crest, into 6 left long, tightens 3, tightens, to jump, into turn 2 right, tightens, into 3 left, tightens of a crest, into 4 right, into 4 left, into 2 right, tightens, into 4 left, 5 right, 4 left of a bump crest, tightens, slow, keep left of a 80 past junction, turn square right, into 3 left, opens of a crest, into 4 right long, of a crest,
Oh, that was such a nice run through there. Up to that little square right. Oh. I could not tell where the corner was over that light. It's so bright right there in the grass. All I can see is the reflection.
100. Bumps.
Oh,
Cut. 6 left of a jump.
that was a really bad place to cut on the inside of the
6 left
corner.
long,
At.
tightens 2, tightens. 30 of a crest. Bump. 80. 6 left of a crest past junction. 6 left into turn, open hairpin right. 50. 5 left over crest. 50.
That sounded aggressive.
Tightens, don't cut. Into 4 right long, opens, slow 30. 4 right long into turn, hairpin left. 80.
The light reflection on the mud and grass makes it like impossible to see where your corners at here at nighttime in the rain.
Keep middle of a crest, 50. 4 right of a crest.
I would honestly prefer they did not have those lights there on the rear bend, just because I'd be able to see the corner a little easier.
Crest into 5 right long, tightens through gate and water splash. Jump, 100. Turn, tight hairpin right. Into 1 left long, opens 2 long. 60. 4 right, tightens of a jump. Opens long, tightens jump. Into 4 right, tightens through water splash. And 2 right long, tightens through
Almost went
gate.
left, and I had no idea why. I even heard him say right that time.
5 left, opens 50. 6 right to
Apparently when I get tired, I become a little
60 right
dyslexic.
finish, 4 left long. Opens of a crest to stop. Well done.
I really don't feel like that was a bad time at all, considering the rain and the damage of the car. Definitely still time to be made up, but for not actually going through the stage a couple times and practicing it in the rain at that, that's not bad at all. See, so we did gain a little bit more. I want to say not quite, probably 50 positions off that one. And we're actually getting closer to the end of the rally. I'm like, oh, that was the last event. Okay. I thought there was like 2 more stages left, to be honest there, but I've kind of gotten lost between being tired, my stream cutting off for some reason on the last one, and having to restart it, plus working on all this audio and also video upgrades to the streams. I feel so stupid saying like video upgrades to the streams, especially considering I'm still like lowest quality in Elgato 720p, just a little above the lowest anyways, when I live stream, just because my computer does not agree with it at all. Oh, the challenges rolled over for the daily challenges. I guess we could knock like 1 or 2 of the daily ones out. What sounds like it would be actually fun to do and kind of challenging as well? Oh, that's one of my favorite combos. Like really anything other than F2 kit car. Some of those, even though on the Finland stages, are some of my favorite combinations just because of how reckless and insane those cars can be on those stages. I think I'm going to torture myself a little bit and do this one though. I really hate most of the Argentina stages, but I feel like I'm kind of getting to the point where I can probably get through them fairly decently as long as I actually pay attention to the co-driver and don't overdrive the car way too much. I have a tendency as the stage progresses, especially if I'm doing good, I just get more and more like overconfident in myself in the car. Usually it always ends up ending badly for me. Okay, so we cannot go to the next engine tuning level yet, so we'll just continue on. I wonder what stage is going to put us in. Really, it honestly doesn't matter because other than when I very first got the game and then the like very rare times I've done daily challenges, I have not driven Argentina at all in Dirt Rally. Like most of the corners are just so slow, so tight, and just absolutely grueling to get through, especially before I realized what soft lock did and actually fixed your wheel rotation so you could have like faster turning on the cars that actually should have it. It was just a nightmare trying to get through them. So what tires are we on? So we definitely want to switch over to soft. We're going to need as much grip as we can get out of this thing just about. And before we even get started, I'm going to go ahead and jump in here and do just a little bit of work here on our tuning setup because I can already guarantee this thing is definitely going to need it, especially being here in Argentina, I should say. I started to trail off there. Once again, sorry guys if I'm a little like out of it and all over the place or not making sense at times, especially during stages. The tiredness is really starting to hit. Let's just put it that way. We're coming on 5 o'clock. Oh, a little after 5 o'clock my time now. AM. Honestly, years ago for me, it would not have been an issue either, but now that I've gotten older, it's really hard for me to make it this late and stay up. Okay, I'm going to do something that honestly kind of makes no sense here, and I'm going to actually make the gears just a little bit longer. So I'm not having to bang through gears so much, because this thing accelerates so quick. You're like literally banging up first through fourth repeatedly in this thing, especially in a tighter stage like this. Okay, so we want to stiffen up, ramp up just a little bit. Oh, wrong way. Because this car is very soft, really squirrely, and likes to slide around a lot. Has a ton of body roll too. We'll just leave rebound alone for the time being because this car can grip up pretty well coming out of the corners. We're gonna bring our front spring rate down just a touch too, and also our anti-roll bar. This should help get rid of most of that understeer in this thing. Sorry guys, I was kind of like zoning out there a little bit, like thinking about how the stock setup actually is in this. It kind of really doesn't make all that much sense how they had it set up for an all-wheel drive car, especially one with a boxer engine and like the weight distribution most Subarus have. Because they are nose heavy, but they're a lot better balanced than some other cars would be that are similar layout, just because the boxer engine is kind of far back and the transmission comes a decent way underneath these cars. Do our first shakedown. Hopefully this actually drives a little better. We'll just have to see, I guess.
1, go. 60, unseen, 4 left, small cut. 50, 5 right. 80, 5 left. 30, 5 right, very long, opens of a crest, 40.
I'm always so paranoid about like carrying any real speed in these Argentina stages. A lot of the road is blind, and there's a lot of super sharp corners that just come up out of nowhere.
6 left,
oh,
50.
Just about got that understeer taken care of, but that was really close. The front all of a sudden just broke loose and started pushing its way out too. Could have been because we were getting close to the limiter there. Okay, let's go with... So we go a little softer on the roll bar. You know what, let's go back up 1 click. So we're still down 1 from where we were, and we're actually going to increase the rear anti-roll bar just a tiny little bit. That should help keep the car rotating in like in an oversteer manner instead of oversteering and then getting so far in the corner and understeering and breaking loose. I feel like the rear end just has so much grip in this thing. It kind of is having the same effect like a rear engine or mid-engine car does when you get on throttle coming out of the corner and they just want to on throttle understeer coming out and plow right off the edge of the track. It's really what it feels like anyways. We'll just see if I'm right on this one, or on this shakedown run.
1, go. 60, unseen, 4 left, small cut. 50,
Oh wow, I did have my headphones turned way down. I thought it was just my imagination, but I really cranked them down.
5 left, 30, 5 right, very long, opens of a crest, 40, 4 right, opens and slow, keep right into turn, 1 left long.
Oh my god, just don't hit anything. Bail out. I knew I was screwed there. It was like no point in trying to go through with it and just end up flying straight off track and upside the mountain.
Opens 50 to stop. Well done.
I honestly think that might have done the trick, or at least it's really close. It definitely did not seem to want to push the front out as much when you get on throttle now. Wow, still no repairs. I'm amazed even in 2 shakedown runs I did not do some damage to the car in Argentina.
Start 60, unseen 4 left small cut, 55 right.
I really wish that the Thrustmaster TH8A shifter had like an easy way to swap between sequential and gated shifter mode like the
5,
Handbrake does.
3,
It's such a hassle having to do it the way we do on here.
60.
Not to mention you actually have to
unseen 4 left small
restart
cut,
most games
50.
to get it to re-register the
5
shifter
right, 80.
once you switch from sequential to gated or vice
5
versa.
left, 30, 5 right, very long, opens of a crest, 40, 4 right, opens and slow, keep right into turn, 1 left long, 80.
Barely saved on that corner again. I don't know what it is about that
6
corner,
left,
but
50,
I get so thrown off, and
right long,
then I cause myself to screw that one up.
early 5 left, extra long, opens of a crests, 30, 5 right small cut,
Oh god.
50, 4 left long, tightens give in, 50, 4 right, extra long, tightens 3, 30, left long, opens 6 of a crest, 60.
I think I'm gonna have to do the same thing I kind of did with the Skoda now that it's a little bit more like neutrally balanced and
30,
actually can get some grip and readjust to the car because it turns in so well now. I keep wanting to turn it too much.
Into 3 left long tightens, into 3.
Oh my god, it's a good thing I bailed out there. I did not know there was that little like rock wall behind those shrubs.
Into 4 right, into 3 left, opens.
I think second gear needs to be just a little longer.
Don't cut 1 right long around bridge.
Just does not want to go into the rocks.
Opens. 4 right, extra long of a crest. Into 6 left, into 3 right. Into 3 left tightens. Caution 30, unseen, hairpin left, don't cut. 70, don't cut, 2 right. Opens
Nope.
over crest, 30,
Knew I was not gonna make that.
keep right into unseen, hairpin left long.
It's always better to just
tightens
kind of
over
bail out and
crest,
slow the car down enough so you don't do damage to it, then just try to floor it and fix your line as you're going through the slide. At least here in Argentina, we're so easy to do what I just did there and smash into the rocks on the side.
Tightens over crest bump. 5 right long. Tightens 1.
Should have stayed in first.
Tightens over crest. Keep left of a 30. 6 right. Into 1 left long. Tightens. Into 2 right long. Tightens. Into 3 left long. Opens. Into caution. 5 right of a crest and narrow bridge.
I almost feel like for Argentina and this car, oh my god, we're going into it. But yeah, I feel like in Argentina, especially with a car that accelerates as quickly as this thing can.
Right tightens.
I really need to make the co-driver calls come on just a little bit earlier even.
Into 2 right long, tightens. Into 1 left long, opens, caution.
As a matter of fact, let's just do it real quick before I get too much or too close to the end of the stage. It seems like the timing between like different locations and stages is just so varied from one to the next here in Dirt Rally 2.0. It's definitely not nearly as consistent as what WRC8 is.
Right tightens. Into 2 left. 50 of a narrow bridge. Into 3 right dot cut tightens. Into 3 left tightens.
Oh no. Well, that was definitely a very Colin McRae type of moment, so fitting for the car we're driving. Where's my calls?
Into 3 left.
Okay, there you go.
Into don't cut 1 right tightens. Into 1 left tightens. 30. 2 right tightens.
That was a really ballsy move on my part.
Don't cut 3 right of a narrow bridge. Keep left of a 30 into 1 right tightens.
Rear wheel cut.
Keep left of a 30 into 1 right tightens. Into 6 left.
And this is why I absolutely hate Argentina.
Tightens of a narrow bridge. 2 right don't cut. 50. Unseen open hairpin left. 6 left long, 50, 6 right of a crest.
I know too, if I would just like sit down and actually put a little time into like learning them even a little bit.
Into 2 right tightens.
I could do way better because I do decent. It's just
into 2 left, tightens 1.
I don't have that much experience with the surface and what I'm gonna have to be looking out for along the edges.
30. 2 right long, tightens 1. Don't cut long.
Wow, I did not think I was getting through that.
Keep left into unseen, open hairpin left. 30. Keep left into 6 right of a grid into 1.
Shouldn't have chickened out on the throttle. It caused the car to straighten up too much.
Into 2 right long. 30. 6 right. Into 6 left. 30. Caution. 2 left of a crest narrow. Into 6 right. Into caution unseen. 1 left. Tightens narrow. Into 1 right tightens. 30. 3 left long. Into don't cut 1 right. Opens. 4 right long. Into 5 left long. Tightens don't cut 1.
That would have been a nice line through there if the rear end wouldn't have slid out and clipped that rock on me.
Into 2 right long. Tightens 1.
Oh!
Opens. 3 long.
Whoa, why did it go back into neutral? I must have bumped my shifter a little too much.
Into don't cut. Open hairpin left. 50 over finish.
I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I did some damage to the car. I was wondering why I kind of was feeling really squirrely around those last few corners. Definitely did some damage to the suspension and steering. Alright guys, that's where we're going to end off the stream for this night slash morning. Sorry, I kind of just like cut off there for a little while. I had something come up for a second. Anyways guys, if you did happen to sit through this basically like test to see if all this stuff was going to work out right and if I could have background music and not cause my computer to have a stroke doing all of it and actually have a decent quality in the stream playback, actually turned out decent. And if you guys sat through all that nonsense and watching me crash multiple times while just making sure everything's working and adjusted properly, I really do appreciate it. I had originally planned on just making the stream private, but I figured may as well go ahead and throw something up there and at least give you guys something entertaining to watch with all the crashes and disasters that went on through it. Did figure out a decent amount of things I had been wondering about here in Dirt Rally here lately. So that's also a really nice bonus of doing this stream. Anyways guys, I'm going to stop rambling now because that's all I'm going to do with how tired I am. If you enjoyed the stream, please consider hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel. It really helps out, and I'll see you guys next time.